Hey you guys, I hope you're having a wonderful week and welcome back to a new vlog. I'm a bit scatterbrained because I'm just about to leave the house. I told you guys that I will leave the house with you in my last vlog. So finally, I'm going to attend a friend's baby shower. It's actually a surprise baby shower. She has no idea. So we want to just arrive at the restaurant before she gets there. And we're going to a restaurant in Karen called Asmara. It's an Eritrean restaurant. My first time there. I've heard about it, but I've never been there, so I'm really excited. And the sun has just come out. Like, it's been so gloomy. It's been looking a bit dreary today, but the sun is out. I've done my makeup, something really simple, but I decided to go for this bold lip over here. So I'm just going to bring you guys along with me. I won't show everything because she's a really private person, but I'll try get some clips for you guys. So I've just arrived. I am the first one here. I'm still waiting for the other ladies to come, but it's so beautiful. It's like an outdoor space. I'm going to take a few clips to show you guys. Yeah, I feel like I just needed this today because I've been in the house and yeah, I needed some time outside, and I'm really happy the weather looks amazing. I hope it stays like this because we are seated outside. As much as there's like a tent or like a dome over us, I just hope that the weather remains as good as it is. So it's time for a grocery haul. It's been so long since I did one of these, and I actually realized I love watching other content creators grocery hauls. There's just something about them. But anyway, I grabbed a few items from QuickMart. Just a quick little restock of some items that I needed, mainly food items. Anyway, that's what I tend to buy when I pop into the grocery store, and I really like going to QuickMart. At this point, QuickMart is my favorite supermarket because one, the customer service is really good. Like, if I compare the customer service I get from QuickMart compared to the other supermarkets, I don't know, you guys, maybe you've noticed it, maybe you haven't, but for me, I've just had positive experiences at QuickMart. And it's not just one branch, it's like two other branches as well. They're just really courteous, they're really helpful. They don't have this, like, I don't know how to say it, but like, they just have good vibes. That's what I'm trying to say. They just have really good vibes. And I also like the fact that they have a food section, because I've come to realize I love their food. And by food, I'm talking about the food that they cook. And one of the items I actually bought from them is this chicken wings. I bought some chicken wings from them, and before I had tried the same kind of recipe, but it was drumsticks, and oh my god, They are so good. It's like this saucy, spicy chicken situation. And they're so good. Like, so I decided to get wings instead today. And then I got eggs per usual because I rarely eat meat actually. So most of the time I survive on eggs, beans or other legumes, and soya chunks for my protein. And of course, my favorite thing from QuickMart, the thing that if I ever leave QuickMart without this, I'm just like, why did I go in the first place? They're chapatis. They are so good, especially these like pumpkin ones. I'm telling you, I'm obsessed. I've bought them so many times. They're always just as tasty. I've eaten chapos from many different places. I think the only other chapos that taste just as good or better are my shushu's chapatis. But these 10 out of 10. Ooh, and these cookies. So I tried these cookies some months back. I used to see them in their bakery section and I decided to try them, and they're so good. If you have a sweet tooth, then you'll probably like this, but I also tend to grab these as well. And I also grabbed their banana loaf, which if I compare to all the other cakes that they bake is my favorite because I feel like it's moist. It's not as dry or crumbly as some of their other cakes. Not that their other cakes are too dry, but I like how moist and tasty this is. So I also love their banana bread. I grabbed half a cabbage. If you live alone, you understand such a purchase. I topped up on some milk. I normally buy the UHT one because I live alone and I don't drink that much milk, so I like buying something that lasts long. I rarely ever buy fresh milk. And then I got some mint because I've been feeling unwell and mint seems to be something that my body likes for a reset, so I got that. I also got some pili pili. I decided to get these for a meal just to add some heat. I also got some capsicum or hoho, some oranges for some vitamin C. Are these oranges or pixie oranges? No, these are the kawaida local oranges, but I also like the pixie oranges as well. And I also got dania, which, like, if I'm cooking without dania, it's like, am I even cooking? And then some onions, of course. I won't take these out of the bag because they'll mess up my flour. And then I got some yogurt and some jam. So I noticed Zesta is doing these small containers for their jam, which I think is really good, and it's also really affordable. I got this for 65 bob and it'll last me a while. This final bag is just personal care and detergents. So I got their toilet paper, some detergent because I completely ran out of washing detergent, some scouring powder because I need this for like everything. Mainly for my sink, my kitchen sink, my bathroom sink, my bathroom floor. Sometimes I use it for the toilet as well. It's just a staple in my bathroom. And then I also topped up on this scouring sponge, and I can feel that there's one thing here. Oh yes, ushindi. I grabbed this for my laundry as well. Hey you guys, so I've just come from QuickMart. I did a quick little grocery run, but it was raining so hard when I was leaving. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope there's no flooding. Luckily there was no flooding, and it actually stopped raining when I got there, so I was able to do my grocery shopping and then come back home and there was no rain. But it is a little bit gloomy, so I actually have my lamp on right now because it just looks a bit dark. But I was in the supermarket and I was just doing my regular grocery haul, and I feel like we need to talk about the elephant in the room, Kenyans. Because I'm sure many of you guys have been noticing, and we're headed in such a terrible direction. Terrible is such a mild word. We're headed in a catastrophic direction as a country, especially economically. And obviously that will ripple over to other aspects of life. I don't want to be like a doomsday preacher or to be pessimistic, but I also have to be realistic about the things that have been happening, especially since I've been noticing this trajectory that we've been on. The cracks have been showing from 2019, and everything that's been happening up until this point, it's unfortunate to say, but I haven't been shocked, because I've just been seeing us sink deeper and deeper and deeper into, should I say, hopelessness? Because where we are heading in regards to the livelihoods of people in this country, the survival of people in this country, especially people in the lower income economic tier, which is most Kenyans, to be honest, like I just feel very terrified in regards to that. And as much as many people have been talking about it online, and it's great that there's been so much dialogue, people have been complaining. Unfortunately, there was a peaceful protest, was it 2 weeks ago or something like that? But obviously, you know how brutal our police force is. That peaceful protest was smashed, and I just remember thinking, where are we heading? Where are we heading? So today I was in the supermarket, and even the past 5 visits that I've gone to do my grocery haul, I've just been like observing people, and observing, not in like a creepy way, but I've just been observing the energy of people in the supermarket, and how I also do this, but I notice other people do this, and I'm sure you guys do this as well. Like, you know what you need, the usual stuff that you get, whether it's a specific brand of soap, bread, cooking oil, and you just stand there and you're like, am I really going to spend all this on this product? And it's something you usually use, it's something you need, but it's just like life has become so expensive. Everything has skyrocketed. I'm telling you guys, the past 3 visits, I keep going to the supermarket. I'm like, wait, this item was this much last time I came, which was like a week and a half ago. Now it's this much, by this much. Today I saw something, what was it? It was soap, bar soap. I normally buy it for 50 bob. It's 65 bob. It was literally 50 bob 2 weeks ago. Another product I saw had also gone up by 20 bob. Cooking oil, which is the worst, is just crazy expensive. Everything in the supermarket has gone up, and these are basic needs. You know, it's not cosmetics, or it's not alcohol, things that we can survive without. These are literally basic goods like food, personal care items like soap, like toilet paper. And I just feel like if we keep going in this direction, which unfortunately we are, there is going to be a major crisis in this country. I'm feeling, especially between this year and next year, because I've just been seeing that downward trajectory from 2019. Things got worse way before, but now the cracks are showing. And there's a woman who talked about this on TikTok about where Kenya is headed, and she was saying, we think that things will just resolve themselves, because in the past things have kind of resolved themselves, but really what was happening, the cracks were just getting deeper and deeper, and now they're visible. And we're at a point where if the powerful people, the leaders in this country, the, should I call them oligarchs, these rich businessmen who are also involved in how the country runs, if these people don't step up and change things, we're headed to such a bad place. And I'm so worried for like, I'm worried for everyone in this country because it's not going to be pretty. Already people were struggling even before because we are already a developing nation, and now it's just gotten worse. And I just feel like, at what point will it stop? And I remember last year, the end of last year, I met up with a friend of mine, and then we stopped at the petrol station to fuel. And we were talking about like how Kenya is and everything that's been happening politically and economically and socially as well, because all those areas affect each other. They're all interconnected. And she was saying, we think that we can't end up where other African nations have ended up. We have this like, should I say it's like a safety mindset, like something we used to protect ourselves, like Kenya can't get there, we're like the most powerful nation of East Africa, like Kenya, you know. And we think that things can't get really bad or the worst they possibly can, but they can. If it's happened to other nations in this continent, it can happen to us. If it's happened to other nations in this world, it can happen to us. So many great empires have fallen over the course of history. Why do we think that it can't happen to us? And I know most people are just afraid to confront this issue. And I was just thinking, as someone who's really privileged, and many people who are privileged enough to have a roof over their head, have food, have their basic needs sorted, and even some luxuries as well. I think it's, if you've always had that, it's hard to see things literally coming to the ground and tumbling down, but it is possible. And again, it's terrifying because I just feel like, you guys, between this year and next year, I feel like things are going to get grimmer and grimmer, if that's even a word, more grim in regards to our economy. And obviously that will affect everything else. I don't know, like it's just one of those things where you sit and you watch and you just see things get worse and you wonder, okay, what can I do? But you don't have enough power to do anything. And it's like literally sitting in the passenger seat of a car and you're seeing someone driving it off the edge of a cliff and you're like, what are you doing? And I've just been wondering for the past few years, like, what are these leaders doing? Like, what are they doing? Like, the amount of selfishness that they have. And even now this year, the fact that the headlines on most newspapers, the news bulletin, it's more about elections. I'm like, oh my God, people can't afford to eat. Like, can we just focus on more important things? At the end of the day, again, it's the people who are in charge, the people who are powerful, who have the means of actually turning around the situation, are the ones who are supposed to do something, but they're not. I know so many of you guys feel me. I know so many of you guys understand what I'm trying to say. And I've just been thinking about that. And I wanted to share this with you to also try your best to see where you can either have some savings or have some extra income, or have income if you don't have income, to just find ways to cushion yourself as much as you can, because I feel like I've been feeling this so strongly. I feel like we're headed in a bad direction. And even when I saw the fuel shortage, I remember being like, I'm not shocked. We literally had this conversation with a friend of mine a few months back. And even with the inflation, I was like, I'm highly disappointed and terrified, but I'm not shocked because, again, the trajectory has just been like this. So I just wanted to talk about it. I would love to hear what you guys think about this, what you've noticed, how you feel, because again, I feel like conversations are important, and we need to learn to let go of this shame of struggle, and not being able to meet our needs, not because we don't want to or because we're not trying to, but because our system is screwing us over. So yeah. I just wanted to talk about that. Let me know what you guys think. I really want to hear from you. I really want us to just, for this video, just like, it's okay, like nothing is perfect, we are all struggling, we're all trying to find a way to make ends meet, and it's worse for most people in this country. And so even as I was coming home, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to even be able to get my groceries. I have water, I have electricity, I have a roof over my head, but so many people are just fighting to survive. And the fact that this is an election year, it's making me feel very as many of you guys feel, because I feel like sometimes the issues that come during that time or after the elections, it's not so much who won or who didn't win, but it's more of, sometimes, okay, this is just what I think, it's more of like an outlet for a lot of oppression and frustration, and it comes out very violently, it comes out in a very destructive manner. And so I just wanted to share that, because this is something I've been noticing, this is something I've been feeling. Yeah, and I just want to hear from you guys and know how you're feeling, because I know I'm not the only one who feels this way.